already have the power to change your relationship with food. But that power is not really willpower. I'm Ronit. I'm a happiness coach from Whole Food Revolution.
And I'm Dr. Nelum. I'm a GP.
And my question for Nelum is, what is this thing that people talk about, willpower? They talk a lot about willpower. What do you think the real power is?
Well, Ronit, truly, eating behavior has so much more than it's to do with so much more than willpower. Okay, it's eating behavior is very complex, and so many things impact that. So let me go through a few of them. Okay. So firstly, human brains are created to make habits. Okay, so if we frequently use food as comfort, reward, or for relief, that the brain recognizes that as a pattern, and that's what it keeps doing. And if you think about the environment that we live in, which is, now it's just the food environment, it's all about ultra processed foods that are so irresistible, right? So difficult for us to resist these foods. And these foods, they drive the dopamine based reward pathway. So basically you have something like a chocolate cake or something, it makes you feel good and comfort and all of that, but then it also motivates you to keep on seeking that same behavior. And this is much worse. You might have all the willpower in the world, but when you are tired, or when you are angry or hungry or not sleeping and things like that, then that is when these kind of emotional eating kind of really takes place.
And think about it this way. I mean, when someone says to you, when there is a will, there is a way, it almost like says to you that if you haven't achieved something, that means you didn't have enough will.
Yes, so it's
which
like
is
your fault.
Exactly. It's like, look, I like the idea that we need to have a will, that we need to want something. It's really, really important. But the truth is that they don't mean that if I want something, it'll happen just because I want it.
Yeah.
And the thing is this: you still have like let's say I want to have I want to let's say I so want to travel the world. It's not going to happen just because I want it. I actually need to do many things in order for it to happen. So it's not, the will is not standing in itself, and I think there is a bit of a hint of a blame.
Yeah, there is. And also, Ronit, remember, we have to then, so that was the dopamine and all of that, right? Then also there's the issue of hormones, right? And particularly for us menopausal and postmenopausal women, change of hormones create, issues like poor sleep. We have a lot more stresses in our life from various factors. That increases cortisol, which is also a driver of hunger and craving. So this is another thing that kind of influences our eating behaviors. And so it is really, will has very little to do with it. And we always say that it is not your fault. And also with this willpower, as you said, comes blame, right? People then blame themselves. They feel guilty. Then they restrict even more. And then they have the cycle of, I'm going to start again on Monday. And it never happens. It's this constant thing. And so what we say is, instead of this cycling through blame and putting yourself down with these thoughts, maybe, get a bit more curious about what's happening. Maybe if you can ask yourself, what is driving this behavior? Okay, what is it that my body and my brain is asking for right now? And I think that is a much better question to ask rather than willpower, because once you know the pattern, then you can actually start making a change.
Address it. And look, you already have the power, and look, in Whole Food Revolution, we have something that we believe in. We call it the 5 Ps. And the 5 Ps are the things that we look for. We believe we have it already. We just need to uncover it, just reveal it.
Unwrap it.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we want you to know that we believe that this stage of our life, women, this stage of our life, when we stop being service providers, and look, I want you to know that there's no problem with being a service. We were designed that way. We were designed to bring kids to the world. We're designed to support them and bring them into a stage where they can function by themselves and so on, which is perfectly fine. I want you to know that I never had any problem with that. I was very happy with that stage. And then premenopause is the time where you realize that now it's your turn. Now you need to take care of you. Now you're stepping into your best version of yourself. So premenopause, menopause, postmenopause,
anything beyond that.
Yes, it's not a broken mechanism. It's actually an upgrade. So we want you to understand that this is an upgrade, and we think that you could do that, and you have it. You already have the peace inside of you. You can tap into this, living in peace with your body, having the confidence to do it. So peace, purpose, having a perspective of what is important and what is not important, and what else do we have? Peace, perspective, purpose. We have power,
which we've talked about.
Yes,
your
and
agency.
Then, yes,
and then people.
Yes, because we are social beings. It's all about connection. We need to feel a sense of belonging. We need to have a good relationships. But the people that have good relationships are healthier people
and live the longest. And they have health span, not just the fact that they're living
longer. Yes. So we think that the power is inside of you. You can tap into it,
and it's not just willpower. And in fact, that I think is underrated.
Yes. We want you to take the word willpower from your dictionary, so you won't have any guilt or blame associated with this. So.
Just power.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you do like what we're doing here in Whole Food Revolution, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.